Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I'm not a therapist and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, a new video is released with me answering 2 questions from the viewers. In addition to those questions, I talk about various other life renewal topics. So let's go ahead and get started with questions for this week. All right, our first question comes from Marcus, who is from Atlanta, Georgia. And Marcus writes, with it being Father's Day and Juneteenth, I'm reflecting on my legacy. How do I break generational cycles of emotional distance and be the present father my kids need? This is an awesome question, and I do appreciate you sending it in. There's a few things that you can do. However, the most important thing is something you've already done, which is you know that there is an issue and you're willing to do the work to actually fix it. You have to, of course, start with you and have no expectation for anyone else, for how, anyone else responds to what it is you do. You just have to have the expectation for what it is you're putting out and your intention. Once you have that, then you have to figure out how you want to proceed. And one of the ways to do that is to have a deep conversation with the kids. If you choose not to do that, there's other things you can do, and that is spending time with them. I don't know how old your kids are. I do know that kids want to spend time with their parents. Sometimes just doing things, whether it's cleaning or going to the park or putting something together, maybe putting a dresser together or a bicycle or something, but working with your kids, doing things that the kids enjoy. Maybe they like to play video games, and you can sit there with them, even if you aren't a video game aficionado, and play a game with them. The point is to spend time with them. As you're spending time with them, let them ask you questions and just answer the questions honestly. Kids know when adults are telling the truth, and they definitely know when parents are not truthful. They feel it. You can't hide anything from them. Now, that doesn't mean that you tell them everything that has happened to you, or because there are some things that kids really don't need to know when they're kids. As adults, if they're adult children, that's a whole different ballgame. But to rekindle that intimacy or to have that intimacy with the kids, it's imperative that you spend quality time with them. And quality time doesn't mean just seeing them for 5 minutes or patting them on the head. It's more than that. Also, telling your kids that you actually love them and showing them that you love them. Now, I have seen where sometimes parents tell their kids that they love them, but they don't show it. They don't demonstrate it. And demonstrating that you love your kids has nothing to do with buying them clothes or a car or anything like that. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Those are nice. However, that doesn't demonstrate to the kids that you love them, because for them, they could think that you're buying their love. What they want is your time. What they want is to get to know you. And so, like I said, there's lots of ways to do it. I've just given a few. And you can, of course, ask your kids what they would like. Go on a road trip. Hop in the car and go somewhere for the day just with your kids. And it's okay to take your cell phone. It's not okay to be on it all day and to hold conversations when you're with your kids, because this is your kids' time with you. And it is not to be broken with phone conversations. Now, if you're ordering dinner or, checking directions for a location you're going to, that's one thing. But the kids want your undivided attention. So I hope that helps. Please comment below and let me know what you decided to do. Thank you for that question. It's a good one. All right, let's move on to the topic for today. Now, our life renewal topic is the architecture of legacy, building a life that outlives you. And of course, we know about legacy when it comes to money and building wealth. I can certainly talk about that, but that's not my intention in this particular video to talk about money. This is about the legacy that you leave for the people who are around you. Because when you die, you're not going to take your money with you. And it's nice if you have money and that you can leave some to your kids or people you love or charity. That is certainly a part of legacy. The other part of legacy is the memories. They're the memories that you leave. How much time did you spend with people? How did you help people? What did you do to help uplift others? Were you a comedian and you made somebody feel good? Did you go over and babysit or help somebody build their house? Or, what is it that you did that was based on your time? Whether it was emotional, physical, or mental. Maybe you supported someone through a hard time. This is what I'm referring to when I'm referring to legacy, because we are here to help each other. We're here to have different experiences. And how we help each other is our legacy. It's huge. You do not have to be wealthy. You don't have to have any money. You're still going to have a legacy. And what is that? What do you want it to be? What do you want to be remembered for in your community? So I hope that sparks an idea or two in you as to what it is you are doing, how you are supporting others. And, sometimes the legacy is as simple as how you treat people and how you treat yourself. Do you allow others to disrespect you, dishonor you? Are you trustworthy? How you treat yourself is also a legacy. If you let people walk all over you and you have no boundaries, that's a legacy. And it may not be the legacy that you want to leave. So think about those things. All right, let's move on to the second question for today. All right, our second question comes from Alina. I believe I pronounced this right. If I did not pronounce it correctly, please forgive me. I am pronouncing it Alina. And Alina is from Savannah, Georgia. And she says, I feel a deep call to honor my ancestors, but I don't know where to start. How do we tap into the strength of those who came before us to fuel our current freedom? This is a really good question, Alina. And your ancestors are there for you on the other side. All you really have to do is call out to them. They hear you and they will help you. And of course, you can always do genealogy to learn about them. There's always newspaper clippings. You can go to ancestry.com or one of the other ancestry companies to find out more about your ancestors. That said, it's always good to start with the people who are current in your life. Do you have cousins? Do you have aunts and uncles? Or are your parents still around? Not just relatives, but also neighbors and friends of your parents and your grandparents. Interview them. Ask them questions about your relatives to see what they say, and build either a video document or something in writing, put it together, put what you've learned together so that you can pass it on to your kids or to the rest of the family members, or just hold on to it for yourself. We are a mixture of all of our ancestors, and not just our birth ancestors. People who were involved in our lives are part of our ancestry. And if you want to take that further, everyone you encounter, you have known before, because we reincarnate. You have no idea whether that person was a member of your family, a grandparent or cousin or sibling. Sometimes you get a feeling for it, but you don't know. So your ancestors go far beyond just your birth families. Now, you also have ancestors when it comes to your spiritual lineage. That's, of course, another topic, but I want to put it out there that you do have ancestors there too. So let me know what you decided to do. I am definitely curious about this. Put a comment below or just email me. All right, we have come to the end of this episode. So please be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I do appreciate you spending your time with me here today, listening to me answer questions and talk about the life renewal topic. If you would like me to answer a question for you here, send it to padmacoach@icloud.com. That's padmacoach@icloud.com. I see the questions there and I put them in the queue for me to answer here. The other thing is on my website, padmalifecoaching.com, I have a 5-day free e-course available to you. Like I said, totally free. You don't have to do anything other than go to the website, click the link to register for the e-course. Every day you will receive an email with a prompt with information on what you can do to help jumpstart yourself on that particular day. You'll get an email for 6 days actually, because there is a final email there. The other thing is, if you'd like to learn more about me and how I work through some of the issues that I've had, check out my book, And the Lotus Opened, a Memoir. That book can be found anywhere online books are sold. You can also check out the book through my book website, which is andthelotusopened.com. If you go there, you'll see the book, you'll see where you can purchase it online. I also have a Substack page. On that page, which the link is below in the comments section, I do a deep dive article on some of the topics that I discuss here on the YouTube channel. I go deeper on these topics in the article than I do here on the YouTube channel. Please, as I said, be sure to like and subscribe. Send your questions to me if you have them. I do appreciate you being here and spending your time with me. I look forward to seeing you back here next week. Bye-bye.